Um, Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for having me here at the BCOC Wealthcraft. It's a wonderful event, so kudos to the office bearers. So it's the Bhanushali Samaj, and even I'm Kutchi, there were Marwadis, Gujarati, so all of us are Vaniyas, right? And we have come here for money-making ideas, correct? But like Anand said, I mean, it is not only about the ideas, but the framework that we follow. So I would like to take up some time in order to explain the Xylem way of bagging these multi-baggers. So first thing first, yeah, I mean, we are a SEBI registered PMS, and it is safe to assume that me, my clients, my family, we all have vested interest. कल उठ के thesis change होगा, मैं stock बेच दूंगा. So please consult your financial advisor before acting on any kind of advice. Correct? So yeah, this is me. I'm the founder and fund manager of Xylem. We are a very young PMS. We recently got SEBI registered, but we are not new. So we used to basically be a RIA, and before that I was a fund manager in another setup as well. So just some bit about, what do we do at Xylem, and, there are just two things that we obsess on. So one is deep research, correct? So unless we have the highest kind of information or highest kind of insights on any idea, वो stock लेते भी नहीं है. So abhi now, specifically now is not the market where, your screener research will, cut it. So deep research is something that we really, really obsess on. And second thing that we obsess on is risk management. So, simply put, heads, when we win, we win big. But when we tails, if we don't, the ideas don't work. I mean, we try to cut our losses, pretty quickly. So we don't lose as much. So, and that is the philosophy that, we use, and we obsess on these two things to run our business at Xylem. So, वो मैंने बोला ना thought process के बारे में. So, taking a step forward, and we've codified what has worked for us. So these are some of the ideas which have done phenomenally well and for us, and which have made a lot of money for us. So again, I'm not trying to boast कि मैंने इतना multi-bagger निकाल दिया, ये सब नहीं है, because all of us here have made a lot of money in last 4 years, correct? And a large part of it is, function of two things, which is luck and market ni mehrbani, right? So we have to be cognizant about that. But at the same time, the reason why I'm, even showcasing or talking about some of the previous winners is to highlight the conviction, our conviction on this particular framework, which has made a lot of money for us, and hopefully, it would be of some help to you as well. So, in our setup, these are some of the ingredients that we look for, a fractured PNL. So generally, abhi aajkal research kaise hota hai on Twitter and on WhatsApp, people go to screener, write and say कि अरे यार short time पे है, stock लेने का ही नहीं है, या loss making है, stock फर्चे में जाएगा. Correct? So, amongst these ideas, Zomato is a clear example. 45,000 crore का market cap था. 2 years back, it used to do 2,500, 3,000 crore of loss. Or people were, trolling Zomato left, right, and center on Twitter and WhatsApp. So, a fractured PNL brings in a lot of disbelief. Or that is the opportunity for investors who do deep work and deep research to, go ahead and, grab those ideas at, very, very minimum valuation. So, किसने भी PNL analyze नहीं किया, खाली देखा कि 25-3000 करोड़ नु loss था and touch पर नहीं करा और डब्बा में जैसे. But उसमें किसने एनालाइज किया होता है, तो the cash losses were hardly 500 crores. So we look for fractured PNL, but beyond that we would also want the balance sheet to be as strong as possible. अभी Zomato का example forward करता हूँ. So 40,000 करोड़ का market cap तक 11,000 करोड़ का cash था. There was no way in which वो bankruptcy पे आता था. But the most important thing that we look for is crystal clear growth. कि tailwind इतना हो कि Zomato का question ये है कि वो 80% grow करेगा, 100% grow करेगा. And these crystal clear growth in most of the ideas would come from a very strong trigger, correct? So, these are some of the triggers. So, regulatory changes. So, Inox or Suzlon, दोनों में if you 2 years back, rights issue किया था Suzlon ने, balance sheet became ton. And supply side regulatory changes के वजह से growth was so clear. Inox, I remember when we invested, it was a five bagger for us. 300 करोड़ का EBITDA loss करता था, आज के तारीख में 600 करोड़ का EBITDA profit करता है in a span of 2 years. So इतना clear growth pathway होता है कि that only ये screener research won't cut it. We have to do very deep research to find these ideas. Similarly, so that was regulatory changes or new product innovation. So Force Motor was one of the very big winners for us. We bought at 1300, 1400 and I mean we sold at 9500. 90 crore का loss करता था. I mean today it is doing 500 crore of profit in a span of 2 years. There was a new product, Urbania, which did very well for Force. So you have to, identify the triggers for growth. के कौन से sector में क्या growth trigger हो रहा है. You have to check the balance sheet कि ये company फर्चे में नहीं जाएगा. और जब भी growth इतना strong होता है तभी P&L automatically, from ugly duckling it becomes very very beautiful princess. वो टाइम नहीं लगता है जनरली. सो दिस इज द अप्रोच दैट वी फॉलो एट Xylem एंड दैट हैज वर्क ब्यूटिफुली फॉर अस ओवर लास्ट 4 years. अगेन अभी कमिंग बैक टू द मेन थिंग विच इज अभी आइडिया क्या बोलना चाहता है. सो आइडिया इज बोरोसिल रिन्यूएबल. इट इज़ वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट सोलर ग्लास मैन्युफैक्चरर इन इंडिया. करेक्ट. अभी सोलर ग्लास होता क्या है तो अभी सबको ही पता होगा कि सोलर में बहुत तेजी से सो मॉड्यूल्स आर अ थिंग. करेक्ट. सो मॉड्यूल्स में बेसिकली क्या होता है कि दे आर सैंडविच बिटवीन 2 सोलर ग्लासेस एंड सोलर ग्लास इज अ वेरी क्रिटिकल कंपोनेंट एंड अ वेरी टेक्निकल कंपोनेंट. नाउ जस्ट इमेजिन आपका सोलर मॉड्यूल लगने वाला है लेह लद्दाख में जहाँ पे हिल स्टोन्स पड़ते हैं और इन अ वेरी एरिड डेजर्ट ऑफ राजस्थान. सो क्या होता है कि इट हैज़ टू मतलब वो क्रैक होगा तो वो IPP का तो पूरे साल का IRR ही निकल गया. It has to be very technical. It has to be able to be very efficient in terms of capturing the sunspots and transferring it to the solar cells. It has to be able to bend on both sides and it has to last for 6, 7, 8 years. तो ही वो IPP वाला कमाएगा. Efficiency में थोड़ा भी ऊपर नीचे होता है तो IPP वाले का IRR पूरा ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है. So यहाँ पे it is a very technical and a difficult product, very critical for the end customer. Correct? सेकेंडली एक सोलर ग्लास. इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग इज कि ये सोलर ग्लास है तो ग्लास तो भट्टी में बनता है. बट दीज फर्नेसेस व्हेन दे स्टार्ट वो 14-15 साल चालू ही रहते हैं. करेक्ट. सो एंड दीज आर ह्यूज केपेक्स. तो किसको भी एंटर होना है सो उसको 500-600 करोड़ डालना पड़ेगा विद 2-3 years टू बी एबल टू स्टेबलाइज द कैपेसिटी एंड 1 odd years टू गेट अप्रूव accreditations फ्रॉम a lot of these IPP players के वो लोग अप्रूव करेंगे, देखेंगे आपका एफिशिएंसी क्या है, 6 महीना टेस्ट करेंगे, उसके बाद ही आपको अलाउ करेंगे मॉड्यूल प्लेयर्स को कि ये सोलर ग्लास यूज़ कर सकते हो. एंड इट इज़ सो डिफिकल्ट कि मतलब मोस्ट ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट नॉर्मल ग्लास प्लेयर्स से लाइक सेंट गोबेन और अशाई इवन दे हैव नॉट बीन एबल टू क्रैक दिस सोलर ग्लास. सो इट्स अ वेरी क्रिटिकल प्रोडक्ट दैट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. अभी मेरे सेटअप में 3 चीज़ थी. फ्रैक्चर्ड P&L, प्रिस्टीन बैलेंस शीट और सप्लाई साइड क्रिस्टल क्लियर ग्रोथ. राइट. सो लेट अस टॉक अबाउट फ्रैक्चर्ड P&L. तो आप लोग अभी वो स्क्रीनर पे डालोगे सो यू विल रियलाइज कि यार ये कितना पी है. मतलब आई डोंट इवन नो. आई मीन देयर इज नो पी बिकॉज देयर इज नो प्रॉफिट एंड देयर इज नो प्रॉफिट. सो लास्ट 2 years में क्या हुआ. सो दीज सोलर ग्लासेस वर प्रोटेक्टेड बाय ADD. करेक्ट. एंटी डंपिंग ड्यूटी. सो ये चाइना में देयर इज मैसिव कैपेसिटी और चाइना से डंप होता था. अभी सोलर ग्लास का कैपेसिटी वॉज रियली लो. आई मीन 4 से 5 गीगावाट का सोलर ग्लास का कैपेसिटी था. At the same time, 2 years back, I mean, module capacity was expanding like anything. So module capacity was anywhere between, at that time, I mean, 20-30 gigawatt. Right now, it is 60 gigawatt. So module वाले को तो चाहिए ना कि मतलब आप allow करो. So what government did is 2 years back, it removed the protection. So ADD निकाल दिया. So solar glass का जो per ton cost 50,000 का जो product होता था, that came down to 28,000-29,000 rupees per ton. Correct. Now, like since everyone is Vania, you will understand how is this sustainable because cost of manufacturing ही 30-35 हज़ार रुपए का तो cost of manufacturing है. उसमें चाइना वाला आके डंप करके जाता है 28,000 में. So there was no way in which the domestic industry will basically go ahead and expand. And how was China able to do that? So China के पास 50 गुना ज़्यादा capacity है. And as I mentioned कि एक बार furnace चालू होता है so they have to produce irrespective of demand. So वो लोग तो produce करके बैठे थे and at the same time I mean these Chinese companies were getting benefits, export benefits from the Chinese government. So वो लोग भी loss ही कर रहे थे but they were thriving because of the export incentives that the Chinese government was giving. So उसमें government realize कि ऐसा करेंगे तो अपना industry कभी develop ही नहीं होगा. So December last year, which is December last year, I mean 2 months back, is where government introduced ADD. बोला कि आप कुछ भी import करते हो चाइना से, minimum import price has to be 57,000 rupees. So this is the game-changing trigger or game-changing event that has happened in this particular sector, and that is why we are looking at it. So we'll come to the, the triggers later. So first part is that balance sheet was fractured. So anyone who has not done deep work will, immediately reject the particular idea. Second is balance sheet has to be pristine, कि ऐसा possible ही नहीं है कि bankruptcy हो. So company ने fundraise करके बैठा है, even promoter invested. So in this market, I mean, rarely promoters are investing in their own company. So this is something which we found was very interesting. And they put in money at 535. I mean, the price is around 540, 550 odd. And company is net debt free. So अभी क्या हो गया कि tailwind is very clear, balance sheet is strong for them to, make any capex commitment and increase their capacities. And P&L, will come about it. So these are the triggers. This is the trigger that I was talking about. कि December के महीने में the minimum import price has been increased to 57,000 rupees. So if you'll come here, I mean, what is happening is basically cost per ton change नहीं हो रहा है, 33,000 ही है. But between November and to February, उसका profitability 5 गुना बढ़ गया है. Sorry, 3 to 4x बढ़ गया है. So from 5,000 rupees a ton to 15,000-20,000 rupees a ton. So this is the game-changing event that I'm talking about. And secondly, so government of India has given the provisional duty, and they have to, formalize the duty in the month of March. Generally, what happens is कि जब भी provisional duty लगता है, it is about the size of the duty, but duty तो लगता ही लगता है. So that has been the trend over last, 20-30 years. And about the volume growth, so module to India mein, of course, like we've spoken to everyone. We've spoken to the managements of Vari, Premier Energy. We also spoken to the management of Borosil Glass. So what we realize is that in the month of Jan itself, abhi bhav, from 38,000 in basically November, the prices have already inched up to 50-51,000 rupees. So we are very confident कि मतलब कि जो margin expansion होने वाला है वो Q4 में 100% होगा. Now talking about the volume growth, I mean, solar glass में भी क्या हो रहा है? Because of this particular event, over last month, most of the companies have raised money. So Vishaka is another unlisted player, which is backed by Adani. So even they did a pre-IPO round. Same thing, Borosil did a warrants issue of 700 crore, where promoters and others have invested. Volume growth, all the players have announced capacity expansion. So all of them have announced. So Vishaka has announced a 50% expansion. Borosil has announced कि वो 1000 ton per day पे था, अभी 2000 ton per day पे जाएगा in next 2 to 3 years. So ये मेरे को एकदम clearly जो याद दिलाता है ना, वो the same thing that we caught in Suzlon and Inox. कि in a span of 2-3 months, the company delivered their balance sheet, they had money for capex, and एकदम से P&L changes happen over next 2-3 years. So this is the trigger, and on the module side, I mean, no brainer है कि मतलब there is so much capacity, module capacity in India, with all the players announcing module capacity, because it's a very reasonably easy product to crack. You have to assemble solar glass and sell and etc. So I believe that even on the expanded capacity, they just have to produce. Big to automatically जाएगा. So yeah, with this, I mean, we are extremely confident that these kinds of earnings can come about. So from a loss of 50 crore last year, the company holds promise to do 500-600 crores of profit in next 3 to 4 years. और जब भी इतना strong pace of growth होता है ना, so I don't believe the market cap can remain right there unless the thesis changes. And thesis changes, so we basically exit. So these are the triggers. There is paucity of time, and I don't want to eat into your lunchtime, so I'll just rush into it because we have one more idea that I wanted to discuss. But this is the kind of earnings growth, and this is the kind of EBITDA expansion that can happen. The large part of the earnings growth is happening because of the capacity addition. The large part of the EBITDA expansion is happening because, as I mentioned, 5,000 rupees EBITDA per ton is already at 15,000 rupees EBITDA per ton. और ये लोग को खाली बना के बेचने का. So that has already happened, and that will also come into play over next 2, 3, 4 years. And this is the kind of PAT growth. So जितना ये revenue में expansion होता है, operating leverage बोलते हैं, नीचे का नीचे पूरा bottom line पे आता है, खर्चा उतना ही रहता है, and your selling price has increased significantly. So this is why we really, really like Borosil. So Borosil was one of the idea which fits our framework. There's a strong tailwind, pristine balance sheet right now, and fractured P&L. So there is a lot of disbelief, correct? And these are the ideas that we really like. So this is the second idea, Panacea Biotech. So on Borosil, disclaimer is basically we've been investing around current prices. We've been investing at lower also. and tomorrow if thesis changes, we'll exit the stock. And on Panacea, we've been invested since 130, 140 odd levels, and that was 809 crore market cap. At the same time, we've been invested at the higher levels also, and we continue to invest at any dips that we get. So Panacea is also, you know, same case. आप P&L देखोगे बोलोगे विनीत क्या बोल रहा है तू, या loss making company है, why are you even talking about it in these markets? But let me, you know, attempt and try to explain our thesis behind Panacea. So 2500 crore का market cap है. I mean, it is the only pure play listed vaccine play. Now vaccine, it's a very, very tricky business. क्योंकि each vaccine takes around 6 to 8 years to develop, right? There is huge capital commitment. 6 से 8 साल लगता है वैक्सीन डेवलप होने में, very large capital commitment. Just to give you a perspective, you know how many plants, pharma plants are there in India? So there would be anywhere between 1100 to 1200 pharma plants in India, correct? Or of that, I mean 500 to 600 US FDA approved plants in India, correct? But there are only 80 vaccine manufacturing facility globally which are approved to sell vaccine, and there are less than 20 vaccine players. So vaccine is the highest form of pharma, and the reason being that you are not dealing with some kind of chemicals or some kind of APIs which are synthetic and stable material. आप लोग live या dead virus के साथ deal कर रहे हो, wherein you are making APIs out of it and you have to inject that on a population scale. कि कल उठ के हम लोग कोविड का वैक्सीन आ गया. So government of India has to make sure कि यार ये safe है, you know, there are no risks. So there are huge kind of trials, huge kind of backups. आपको scientific testing सब कराना पड़ता है. So it's a very, very, you know, tricky business to enter and basically, you know, be in. So entry barriers are, you know, huge, and the cost of development and cost of trials are also very big. So this is some bits about vaccine trial. Now, you know, let us understand के fractured P&L in our setup, right? The Xylem way of looking at a stock. So fractured P&L. So let us understand fractured P&L. Fracture क्यों हुआ? So if we remember, I mean, जब ये COVID times, there used to be Sputnik ka vaccine, which was very spoken about and which bombed. So Sputnik ka partner ये था. So a lot of cost of development went, a lot of capex went into waste because that vaccine never picked up, correct? And that is one of the major reason why, you know, the company made losses. Company had 600 crores, 700 crores of debt. So balance sheet भी काफी leveraged हो गया था. And beyond that, there were these other problems कि vaccine कभी भी develop होता है, so you have to incur a lot of cost on trials बोलो या development cost, R&D, batches निकालने में, so बहुत जाता है. So ये सारा EBITDA negative उसके वजह से हुआ है. Now, how did the balance sheet from 700 crore debt for a 800 crore company became, you know, they became net cash? So Panacea had a small branded formulation business जहाँ पे वो 300 करोड़ का सेल करता था. इट वॉज मतलब काफ़ी लोगों ने कहा होगा, दीज आर द ब्रांड्स दैट वी कंज्यूम. लीवोलुक करके एक ब्रांड है, एंड देन देयर आर मेनी अदर ब्रांड्स. सो वो उसने मैनकाइंड फार्मा को बेच दिया फॉर 1800 करोड़, 6 टाइम्स सेल्स पे बेचा. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट व्हाट हैपेंड, इट रीपेड ऑल द डेट. इट केम आउट ऑफ द स्पटनिक मेस. इट हैड द वॉर चेस्ट to, you know, target these new vaccine development plants, correct? So from, you know, 700 crore debt, it became debt free. 100-200 crore का cash भी है आज के तारीख पे भी, to, you know, target some of the very large triggers that gets us excited on this particular idea. So we'll come to the triggers now. So on the triggers, I mean, I don't have much time, but I'll just try to explain. So one of the largest trigger for Panacea and what got us interested in Panacea, basically on 14th of August, the health minister JP Nadda, he tweeted like India is developing its own dengue vaccine. And dengue is a big menace. It is an epidemic in at least 4 to 5 states in India. और dengue ऐसा चीज़ है कि उसका कोई दवाई नहीं है. So basically the patient has to go to the hospital and pray that the platelet counts reverses. And you know, there are these fruits, papaya खाओ और वो सब खाओ. And you have to attack the symptoms, के dolo and all of that, so that you don't get fever. But there is no, you know, there is no medicine for dengue, correct? And it's a very big headache because if you think from a government standpoint, each patient costs 5 days of hospital beds, and that is, you know, around 40 to 50,000 per cost is the cost that they are spending. So dengue mein, Panacea has developed a dengue vaccine, and it has been working on the dengue vaccine since past 8 years, and it is in the phase 3 of the trial. This vaccine, the IP was given by the US government, okay? And the phase 3 trial is being conducted by the Indian government. So that is the kind of confidence both one of the largest governments have. So there is a lot of regulatory confidence. And Indian government is spending 100 crores just on the trials, which started. These trials are scheduled to end in next 2 months. I mean, so March end tak trials khatam ho jayenge. And then we'll get the results in next 2 to 3 quarters because you have to analyze the results and study the results as well. Correct. What we believe is, अभी कभी भी ट्रायल होता है सबके माइंड में आता है यार ये सक्सेस होगा या नहीं होगा उसका प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है राइट so the interesting thing about vaccine approvals in India is last 60 years of India there is no vaccine which has failed phase 3 trials in India. So अभी तक इंडिया में एक भी vaccine has not failed phase 3 trial. That is one. And secondly, this is already an approved vaccine in South America. So the same vaccine has been approved in Brazil and other countries of South America. So we believe that इसमें probability of success is pretty reasonably high. और अगर ये play out हो गया, so for a 2500 crore company, I feel it has potential to do anywhere between 700-800 crore revenue at a very high profitability. क्योंकि जो भी खर्चा करना था उसको उसने कर लिया already. So, Wockhardt is a story, I mean, which has worked brilliantly. 200 वाला basically अभी बहुत चल गया है. And that stock is doing well because of one trigger, which is one molecule, which is an antibiotic, 5222. How market digest is that the closer you get to the approval date or the result date, the market starts attributing a probability to basically the kind of potential the product will hold. So I believe ये जो ये 2x 3x भी हुआ है जो वो market has started recognizing the kind of size this dengue vaccine can be, and once approved it can be a 400-500-600 crore kind of a operating profit business for a very long period of time. So उसको खाली बना के बेचना, and then I mean sky is the limit for this particular vaccine if it gets approved.
We need just last 5 minutes. We have
okay, I'll wrap up faster than that. So EZ6 is the second large player. So EZ6 abhi, just to give you a perspective, I mean World Health Organization ने बोला है कि they would need so this is the graph that I wanted to showcase. 2024 में there were hardly 3 million vials of EZ6. It's a pediatric vaccine और बच्चों को वो पहले अपन पता है 3-4 शॉट लेते थे of different thing, TD होता है, वो हो गया, ये हो गया. So अभी now they have developed a vaccine के you have a single shot and you are vaccinated against, like the kids are vaccinated against 6 different diseases like hepatitis, TD, etc., etc. So earlier, WHO used to procure EZ5, which had 5 diseases. अभी बोल रहे हैं कि 5 diseases plus you have to put in one more vaccine, so it is a very logistical nightmare. So EZ6 ये लोग ने develop किया, and WHO is pivoting into EZ6. So what they believe is कि next 5 to 7 years, I mean, the volumes can grow up by 30, 40, 50 times. From 3 million to 100, 200, 300 million. So WHO believes the peak demand can be around 300 million. And there are only 4 players who are able to, manufacture this particular vaccine. So interesting thing is that इसके पास capacity नहीं था, and at that time, I mean, the government of US, DFC, gave Panacea a $20 million loan at a very subsidized value to create capacity. So Panacea is expanding its capacity by 8 to 10 times, and the capacity will be live in next 2 months, right? So जब भी कोई company 8x, 10x capacity expand कर रहा है, and there are such big players, it is a 4,500 crore market potential, and there are hardly 4 players. So I mean, the opportunity can be anything. So this is one more trigger which is likely to play out in next 2 quarters only. Correct? The third vaccine is a pediatric vaccine. So which trials चालू होने वाले in March. It's a मतलब इंडिया में है ना every year tender खुलता है ये pneumococcal vaccine का बच्चों के लिए $20-25 million का टेंडर खुलता है, कोई भरने वाला ही नहीं है. सो देर इतना बड़ा शॉर्टेज है. सो इसको जस्ट खाली ट्रायल में अप्रूवल लाना है और इट विल गेट दैट $20-25 million बिजनेस, एंड देन इट इज़ वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट पोलियो वैक्सीन मैन्युफैक्चरर इन इंडिया ग्लोबली, सॉरी. So it has already, there is a contract which is an annual contract, and 150-160 crores का annual tender है. And there is a global shortage of vaccine manufacturers in polio. So even that can be another trigger. But my largest 2 triggers are, the dengue vaccine and the EZ6. So these are, if these triggers play out, so what we've done is कि हम लोग ने जो contract award हो गए हैं और जो भी हम लोग को लगता है कि like the dengue and the pneumococcal vaccine can give, we've just, put it here, and we've tried to estimate or like financial modeling kiya of what the EBITDA and what the PAT can be. So we believe in next 2 to 3 years, the company from say like 20-30 crores of EBITDA loss and 20 crores of PAT loss, it can go to 300-400 crores of PAT profits. So again, you know, a fractured P&L right now, crystal clear tailwind is emerging because of these triggers that I spoke about. And you know, balance sheet right now, they are cash profits. So when these triggers play out, I mean, the P&L will turn from a ugly duckling to a very sweet princess. So yeah, these are some of the ideas that we really, really like. And this is the framework that we follow. So in case if you find any ideas, any of your ideas is fitting this framework, you can write to me at Vineet@Xylem Investments. And you know, so yeah, thanks a lot for bearing with me. And I hope this session was of some help.
Just one question from audience.
CapEx, right? So what would be the CapEx payback period given that investor would expect return after that only?
So, sorry, which one?
The glass industry, right?
Yeah, so glass industry is?
So basically they would require a lot of CapEx, right? In terms of manufacturing capacity and all.
Yeah.
So investor can only expect a returns after that period, the CapEx payback period. So what would be the CapEx period in that industry?
I can't hear you, sorry.
No, sorry.
So,
What I'm saying is basically what is the CapEx payback period?
CapEx payback
Yeah.
period. So yeah, payback period depends on the revenues or the operating profits you make, right? So generally on 500 crore of capacity, you can make anywhere between 2 to 250 crores. On the current pricing, you can make a 2-year payback, 3-year payback. But the problem is, you know, not a lot of people are able to crack the product. That is one thing. And second thing, gestation period is 3 से 4 साल का है. So for anyone to even commit, so Adani is a very big player in solar modules. So Adani tried to crack solar glass for 2 to 3 years. बाद में they realized कि यार सबसे best है कि partnership कर लेता हूँ with the existing player, because they've already cracked the technology and the efficiencies are right there. So what I believe is for any new player to come in, it will be very difficult. The incumbent player, they have a set processes for their furnace, तो वो लोग ने set कर लिया है अपना procedure. So for them to replicate newer capacities, it will be fairly easier. So all the players, just imagine, between December and Jan, all the players have expanded their capacity by 2x. I have announced a capacity expansion by 2x. So Borosil is going from 1,000 to 1,500 in 2027 and 2,000 by 2028. And same is the case with Vishaka, Gold Plus and everyone.
So my question was basically what
Vishal, I think we can have a follow-up question over the lunch on.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Vineet Gala. It was an insightful presentation. Thank you so much. For felicitation of Vineet Gala, I would like to request Vasant Bhai Dama to come up on stage and felicitate him. Everybody, round of applause.